the 2,400 meter marker. First one out of the gates, Gunslinger. Impact Zone is right there. Roy's Flyers near the rail. On the outside, Roy's Emblem, the white cap. Lily's Rush is further back. Bank the Cash is on the outside of runners. Then Musucella Lumesa's Nightlark. Discourse is on the outside of runners. Then comes Bermuda. And then King's Lady, she's about 8 or 9 lengths off the leader as Bank the Cash takes it up as they head towards the 1,900 meter marker. Bank the Cash, the leader. Gunslinger is second. Discourse is running to third. Impact Zone is fourth. And then Roy's Flyer. On the outside of that is Lily's Rush, about 6 lengths off the lead. Then Bermuda, Nightlark. Roy's Emblem's got the white cap. That's along the inside. Then Musucella Lumesis. King's Ladies on the outside of runners. And then Bazoon and Bez Art. They stretched out about 12 lengths now. And they head off towards the 1,600 meter marker. And Bank the Cash is the leader. Discourse is on the outside of Gunslinger. Lily's Rush and Impact Zone travel together. Then comes Bermuda. Roy's Flyers on the inside, followed by Roy's Emblem. And they're followed by Nightlock. Then Musucella Lumesis, King's Lady, Bazoon and Bez Art. And they stretched out 12-13 lengths. Bank the Cash continues to lead it. Discourse is back in second and Gunslinger's third. Lily's Rush is in fourth, then Impact Zone and Bermuda. They're followed further back by Roy's Flyer. That's got about 7 or 8 lengths to make up. Nightlock's a length further back. On the inside of that one then is Roy's Emblem. And on the outside, King's Lady. She's got 10 or 11 lengths to make up. Bezart, Bazoon and Musucella Lumesis. Top of the lane and Bank the Cash brings them in. Discourse is second. On the inside of that is Gunslinger. Then comes Roy's Emblem and Roy's Flyer. Impact Zone's on the outside. Then Bermuda. Musucella Lumesis on the inside. Bank the Cash still leads it now. Impact Zone down the inside. Gunslinger. Then comes further back in the run Musucella Lumesis. Bank the Cash still goes on. Impact Zone down the inside. Gunslinger. It's Bank the Cash still the leader from Impact Zone, and Bank the Cash not for the catching. Bank the Cash has won it. The second position, that will go to Impact Zone, Gunslinger, King's Lady, Discourse. Number 3, Bank the Cash, took the lead as they came off that back stretch there. So Ian Sturgeon, nice to see him back in the winner's enclosure at 750 and 240. This one for Frank Robinson, and they win well. Pays up 750, 240. Impact Zone, that is number 8, will run into second position. The third place will go to Gunslinger. That's number 13. It pays 270 a place. The fourth place to number 1, King's Lady. The tote favourite was number 8, and that was Impact Zone. Further back in the run, Roy's Flyer, Nightlock, and then came Roy's Emblem, Musucella Lumesis, Bez Art, and then came Bermuda. As we look at the head-on, Bank the Cash. This the bankable, and win number 2 from 10. And Ian Sturgeon kept him up to his task from Impact Zone. Tote favourite number 8, back to the studio.
Yeah, well done to trainer Frank Robinson and owner Neil Smith and Stephen Chetty. Stephen's on course today, and must compliment Frank to have a horse go start or finish over 2,400 meters. Any course in the country has to be super fit, and this horse wasn't playing up front as well. He was going for it.
Yeah, look, I said to Ian, I said, if there's no pace, take it up, because I said, he's getting behind these bad horses. You know, he's a decent horse, he's just got a bad mind. So, you know, he did the right thing and he took it up and he just kept galloping. He's a horse with ability. If I just get him to settle down, he'll go on.
Stiff in the first, you know, that's history now, but she looks like a nice filly, Frank.
She's a very, very nice filly, you know, and she can sit in a bit. She doesn't have to go that fast. So, no, I think she'll take a lot of beating next time. She's got a bright future.
Anything else from your side?
No, I'm finished. Well done to Steve and his uncle. we fancied this horse today, so at least it came through for us.
Well played.
Thanks a lot.
Well done. Let's get Ian Sturgeon in, and of course, my first interview with Ian back from the island. And how's things going? Firstly, you go over to Mauritius, and you come back. You have to start settling in because some people forget you.
Yeah, and I'd lost a lot of good rides that I had, that I'd run places on and won on. They go to other jockeys who then run places and win on them, So it's hard to get back into it, but lucky we're starting to get back on the bandwagon now. We're starting to get better rides, so hopefully we can ride some winners.
Confident from you from the word go.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a finicky horse. He goes down with a pony, and in the gates he doesn't stand really well. He jumped a little bit slow, but they weren't going hard, so I decided just to take him around, and he ended up getting to the front and switching off. He came into the straight, and he kicked like not a bad horse. With respect to the field, there was nothing in the race. I thought Duncan's filly was probably the best on form, but carrying top weight against the boys, not easy.
You just had a look-see to your left to see if there's anything coming on the outside, or if it was free for a gap. Or were you going that easy?
No, look, I wanted to go to the rail, so I decided to move across a little bit. When they start tiring, you got the rail next to you. It helps them to keep running. And I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to cause interference and get a week for it.
Well, the ride and the confidence certainly paid off. And anything else from your side, Ian?
I think, Sylvester the Cat in the 14 must have some sort of a chance. He's a quality horse. He's got so much ability. If he just comes back to his, to himself, he'll run well there. And the filly in the last must have a small chance as well.
Well, before you left to Mauritius, you were in such a rich vein of form, and hopefully things will start picking up. And my first interview with you back from Mauritius. Welcome back, Ian.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dees. Thanks very much to Frank and his team. I really appreciate it.
Well done. Ian Sturgeon. Let's get Stephen in. And Stephen tells me that he got all the confidence from Frank that today is the day for this horse. And that's really nice when, a trainer can tell you, have a go.
Yes, thanks, Dees. Frank was very confident. I think from Friday he was actually praising the horse, saying that he's well and he should run a good race. But he has let us down in the past, so for myself, I couldn't be too confident because the last run, Frank was also confident and then he didn't run a good race. So this time, I'm glad that Frank's pulled it through. I just want to say well done to Neil Smith. He's the partner in the horse. I think with the bad luck that I've had with Nicholas, I was just a bit gun-shy to go too crazy in the betting. Because last time with Nicholas, we lost twice in objection.
Yes.
And that was harsh.
Tell me about it.
Stiff as an owner. And I think Duncan is still suffering from that as well. Seems to not have much luck with the objections. But getting back to this horse, I'm very happy. Thanks to Frank. He was very confident, and obviously it helps as the owner when a trainer is so confident. And well done with Ian. He rode a very good race. So I'm very happy all around. Thanks.
Before you leave us, Stephen, how's the string looking? 2017, you're looking forward to, with the horses that you got?
This is a very hard game for small owners. It's not a business. It's a passion. And as a passion, you've got to have deep pockets to actually sustain and be in this game. So the string is running well. I've got horses with Duncan and with Frank. But, we all like to have more than what we can have.
Sure.
We all like to drive a Ferrari, but unfortunately, we've got to drive a Toyota. So, as long as we can afford to stay in a game, it's thank God for that. And we'd like to have more winners, like to be in a winner's box. And it's a great pleasure, having a winner and stuff like that. It's, it gives you an adrenaline rush.
Sure.
But not all of us can afford to be in the game as well. It's a very hard game. It's not just for the owners. I'm sure it's also for the trainers. This game is a dying industry. And it's people that have got to, got to box cleverly to be in the game.
Well, you've touched on some salient points. And all I can say is, hopefully, in the not-too-distant future, you can find the horse of your dreams. Well done, Stephen.
Thank you very much, Dees. Thanks so much.
Well done to Stephen Chetty with number 3, Bank the Cash here. And if you caught this quartet, the numbers you'll need, 3, 8, 13, and 1. That's a wrap of race number 4.